What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to Improv Tabletop, the Fate RPG actual play where we make up everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
I'm Heather, and I love all things sauces.
Jay, and I am a big fan of Wonka bars.
Michael Sear, Willy Wonka makes me genuinely uncomfortable sometimes.
I am so glad to hear that.
Yeah, you're on for the right campaign then, holy cow.
I'm in it, babe.
In it to win it. Everybody, the thing that the patrons have voted on is Willy Wonka mixed with a dating show. This is the first Fate campaign that we have done in quite a while, so I'm sure that you listeners may be a little bit rusty, as are we, the players. So as we go through, I'm going to be making sure that I'm sort of reiterating how the rules work each step along the process so that you'll be able to follow along with us as we shake off the rust and the dust and all the little bits of chocolate that have accumulated on our joints as we have been fallow in this wonderful field of sweets. And I'm going to stop that before I start going too far into the deep end. First thing we're going to do, we are going to do a little bit of an ideation. We're going to tell real stories from our real lives about our personal experiences with the realm of Wonka and also of dating shows. And then we're going to turn that into a big old pot of stew that we can take ideas from as we go through the remainder of this campaign. And I'll go ahead and start us off. Hi, everybody. I'm Ned. Let's start with Willy Wonka. That's the one I have the more close relationship with. The thing that is kind of most keenly in my memory regarding Willy Wonka is not actually any of the books or the films. It is Wonka.com from like the early 2000s. I mean, like, I've known about Wonka for a while. I've seen the Gene Wilder version. I've seen the Johnny Depp version. I haven't seen the Timothée Chalamet version that just came out. Haven't actually read any of the books either, though I did read kind of by accident, I think. When I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, I went to the school library, grabbed a book that said Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but it was a children's theater adaptation of the book and not the actual book itself. But man, let me tell you, Wonka.com, you could go to this website and play all kinds of weird, like, browser games inspired by the various candies of Willy Wonka. It was kind of this era where Willy Wonka was almost sort of a Ronald McDonald-like sort of character, where he had this whole world of candy, this cartoonish world, and he would take you on these adventures to see where the nerds come from and where the gobstoppers come from. All of these candies had their little, like, sort of anthropomorphizations, where the gobstoppers are kind of like these little Pac-Man creatures, and the nerds, I think nerds are maybe the only ones that have still kind of maintained that image. In fact, just recently there was a D&D Nerds crossover where they released an actual, like, official D&D adventure that you could get by buying boxes of Nerds, if I remember correctly.
Wow, that's interesting.
But yeah, it was this wonderful, wonderful website. Like, after school, every so often, like when I was in middle school, it wasn't too far away from my dad's office up at the college in my hometown, the college where we all met, in fact. So not too infrequently after school, I would just walk from the middle school to the university, and my dad was in charge of this huge computer lab. And if there was a computer that wasn't being used by one of the students that worked for him, I would get on there and I would just go to Wonka.com and play browser games. And I remember there was like this one that was sort of a white whale for me because it was rendered in 3D and everything, but the internet wasn't powerful enough to actually play this game, so I never got to see what it was like. But it was like that. There was Cartoon Network had a bunch of those as well for a while. ezone.com was like an Australian Flash browser game website. Though we've strayed away from Wonka by this point. Real quick, by raise of hand, no, not by raise of hand, this is a podcast, by word of affirmation, did any of you learn the Augustus Gloop dance from the DVD of the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
No.
I can safely say no. I didn't know there was...
Okay, only one here. All right.
Ned, I feel like you want to be asked, did you learn the Gupta dance from...
You know what? Actually, I did, in
I was going to say, Ned's like, no, never. I would never have...
No, this was like the golden age of DVDs where you would bring it home and there would be all of these, like, wacky... They're like, we've got so much space on this digital video disc. We need to put stuff on there to fill up this space. And so there was a tutorial, because they get in there there, and after Augustus Gloop gets sucked up into the pipe, they're all like, Augustus Gloop, the great big greedy nincompoop. And the Oompa Loompas, Deep Roy, as every single Oompa Loompa copied over and over again, have this choreography bit that they're dancing in. And so there was a special feature on the DVD where you could learn how to do the Augustus Gloop Oompa Loompa dance.
Oh, what?
And so me and all of my siblings learned this dance, and I remember none of it because this was so long ago.
Cool, man.
I'm actually jealous.
He's just saying that because he doesn't want to try to show us.
I'm with you, JP. He just doesn't want to admit, because then he's got to dance eating popsicle with ketchup.
All right, listeners, get in the chat and say...
Okay. If you want to understand, dear listener, what the popsicle with ketchup thing is, join patreon.com/Improv Tabletop, where you can get access to our icebreakers, and you'll know what's going on with that.
The end.
Oh, goodness.
You can watch a man with a refined palate ruin it immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Oh, boy.
Destroyed his palate.
So that's the things that I know about Wonka.
I am jealous.
No, it was great. It was a lovely, like, sibling bonding moment. We would sit down, we'd get a DVD. The first DVD, after we got a DVD player, brand new DVD player for my family, the first DVD we got was Snow Dogs, starring Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
And it would become this thing where we'd go to Hollywood Video by word of affirmation. Hollywood Video, anybody remember the good old days?
Oh, yeah.
I do remember Hollywood Video. I worked at Blockbuster, though, so that was always my favorite.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You see, Rexburg wasn't cool enough to have a Blockbuster. We had a Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Regardless, imagine the kind of things that a bunch of young children who are having a family bonding moment over their weekend DVD rental, it's that kind of dance. Let's see, I think that about does it for me and Willy Wonka. And then we talk about dating shows, which I have very, very little experience with. I was a PBS child. We had just basic cable, not even basic cable, I don't think, just like the bare minimum of channels that you could get on the TV. And so I was raised on, occasionally there would be something on like Channel 3 or 6 or something that we'd watch, but it was the vast majority of the time, Channel 10, we're watching PBS Kids during the day, and in the evening, like Secrets of the Dead and Nova. On the weekends, you get the old Britcom reruns, that kind of stuff. So I didn't have very much experience watching really any kind of like competition reality TV show, except for American Inventor. That was the one that my parents were really into for some reason. So this is the aspect of this campaign that is not going to be very much my area of expertise, because I think the closest thing that I've actually seen to a full-on dating show is the arc in the Adventure Zone Steeplechase, where they pretend to join a dating show as part of a criminal heist that they are doing.
Awesome.
Top tier reference.
I thought you were about to say with the PBS, I'm not going to lie. You were saying like we watch PBS in the morning and then at night, PBS at night or something. I'm like, what is PBS at night?
No, PBS at night is when you get into like Nova and Secrets of the Dead and Jack Horkheimer Stargazer, that kind of stuff.
Oh, who's the guy? Who's the NPC that Justin, like the main NPC for that arc? He's the clone of the famous guy. What was his name?
Spoilers for the Adventure Zone Steeplechase, if anybody's...
Oh, crap. Sorry.
I know it wasn't their most popular campaign, but it was fun. Blades in the Dark is a really fun game. So I'm going to be relying a lot on you guys and your knowledge of dating shows to help me figure out how to structure this.
Cool.
Though I suppose in some ways, Willy Wonka, like the concept of the story, kind of is structured a bit like a dating show. In fact, it was that very connection there. When we brought up the first poll in our patron Discord to see what we were going to do, there was one commenter who was like, okay, but we have to do Willy Wonka dating show, right? Because just imagine the elimination of the contestants. And as soon as that was said, there was never going to be any other campaign that we were going to do.
Yeah.
It was going to be Willy Wonka dating show. So I suppose there is going to be some question of like, can we spin this in an interesting way such that we're not necessarily just sort of retelling the Willy Wonka story? Is there another way that we can kind of make this a bit more fun and interesting and unique? But that will come later when we start getting into making our characters. For now, let's throw it on over to Heather, because I'm sure that you have more familiarity with dating shows than I do.
I got you, Ned.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, good.
I do. They are my vice. I am not a bachelor or bachelorette person, though, I'll be honest. I'm not. I've never seen any of those, but I've seen quite a few different ones. There is Love on the Spectrum.
Okay.
That one's super fascinating. There's Married at First Sight. There's The Age of Attraction. Oh boy, you guys.
Okay, this one I haven't actually heard of yet. What's the sort of the core premise of this one?
Age of Attraction is age just a number?
Oh.
I did see that, the commercial for that. Yeah.
They put all these people together and they aren't allowed to ask each other their age. They just have to see if they have a good connection. And if they make a promise to go on to the next steps together, then they can tell each other the age. So they have to go to the promise room and then they say their age. And then they have to go to the next step, which is living together. And then if they commit further, then they introduce families and go into the real world. It's quite fascinating, but it is like, I don't understand. Every couple is about 20 years apart. There was one that was like 30 years apart.
Wow.
It's really wild.
I feel like if I were in that kind of situation, I'd be able to pick up just like based on context clues of like, did you play Nintendo DS every single day after school? If they didn't do that, they're probably not very close to my age range.
Yeah.
When you voted for Clinton?
Yeah.
Oh yes, which Clinton did you vote for?
Oh, you're right. Crap. No.
when you had a smartphone in high school.
Right? One of them, this guy, he's like, so joking, and he's like, so you're a Swiftie, aren't you? And she's like, how could you tell? And he's like, oh my gosh, she's much younger than I thought.
He has the right answers. Yep.
Just by that comment alone.
Yeah, nailed it.
It was really funny. But I mean, looking at them, the women had really good face care routines. I'm going to be honest, because they looked really well taken care of and young. But I could guess everybody's age. I was within 2 to 4 years of everyone's age. And like one person, they're like, whoa, how are you like this old? You're 60. We thought you were like 48. I was like, dude, no one's going to think he's 48. Do you see all that gray? Did you hear what he was talking about? Like, anyways, I'm getting off the point. It's fascinating. I have to limit myself, though. I don't allow myself to watch those unless, like, I've had a really bad mom day, and then, like, I get to watch one. I really limit them.
I get it. I watch flat earth debunking videos to make myself feel better about myself. It's not healthy, but sometimes it works.
Sometimes you just need a little bit of content junk food.
Yeah.
I know. Married at First Sight, though, I can't ever let myself watch that anymore because I get way too into it. I just have to.
What's that one?
Well, that's where two people who say they want to get married, they go with like these psychologists and stuff and say what's important to them, and they match them based on 100 different factors of these tests they've been taking.
Whoa.
And the first time they meet each other is at the altar.
Oh.
Yes, yes. And then they're married and live together, and it's wild.
Does it work?
There is one very, very famous couple from there where it was really crazy because she was like this gorgeous, gorgeous lady, and he doesn't live up to that and is like kind of nerdy. And you can tell when she sees him, she's like, what? But they are like an incredible couple. They've been married for years, have children. I love that. I can't let myself watch it though. That's that part. I love the weird dating shows. Not really into the Bachelor type of like where one person is dating 1,000 people. I don't like those ones. I like the ones when it's lots of different couples. Kate, let's get to Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Okay, Thomas and I still say this all the time. It is our most quoted quote ever, and I bet most people can say it with me, but it's, you get nothing. You lose.
Nothing, you lose.
We say it to our children all the time.
What a wonderful thing to hear from your parents very frequently.
They're just like, what's for dinner tonight, Mom? You get nothing.
You lose.
You get nothing but ketchup and nothing else to put it on.
Yeah. Go eat your ketchup popsicles.
Oh, goodness.
We say that all the time. That's like the biggest thing out of the Gene Wilder version. Obviously, Creepy Tunnel. I fast forwarded that. I don't think I've ever seen it full way through. It freaked me out as a kid. I went past it every time. Won't go back ever. The grandpa just all of a sudden like getting life after you're sure he's gonna die in 20 seconds, and then Charlie gets a ticket and grandpa can run. Like, that gave me so much hope for growing old. Like, you just have to eat chocolate and then you're fine.
You just need a lottery ticket and you'll jump out of bed.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually don't like chocolate, but, you know, maybe if I'm like on my deathbed, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I love the Timothée Chalamet version. That's the last thing I have to say. I think
good.
it's genius.
Do you?
Yes.
It's pretty good. It is. Have you?
I have seen it. Please tell me more.
You have or have not?
Convince me that this is actually a good movie.
And Mikey's like, I hated it.
I'm hiding my face.
Mikey, you have or have not?
I have seen it, and
'Kay.
I want to hear why you love that movie.
He's got his face covered so you can't see his
I'm
reaction.
trying so hard. This is unbiased. This is unbiased entirely.
It isn't unbiased.
Why you like that movie?
It's just hidden.
I mean, like, the only cultural thing I know about this film is that Hugh Grant, during all of his interviews, was like, I have a family I need to feed. That's why I made this movie. I did not enjoy
Yes,
it.
he was definitely the whole time. He's like, I hated it. I hate it. But he hates everything. So
He was such a vibe on that whole thing. It was awesome.
So we're seeing it from different eyes, you and I, Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 children, and that movie gave me hope in the media that they can produce stuff that I could say to my children, hey, learn a good life lesson from this.
that's true.
And that is why I love it, because the whole premise of this movie for me is that Willy is going to see the best in people and he is not going to put anyone under. Like, the purity that he has, especially in his friendship with Noodle, I love it so much. Like, one of my favorite scenes is where Noodle steals milk and Willy's like, what are you doing? And he puts it back and he's like, hey, that is stealing. We don't do that. And having my children watch something like that, where the other things they see is like Despicable Me, where it's okay to punch each other and get blood off of each other.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with that movie because I will let my children watch it 100 times.
That's fair.
And know that they're coming out a better person.
Go out and see this movie, you listeners, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, don't listen.
Okay, for my personal edification, could you real quick describe the character Noodle? Because the Noodle that I have in my brain is the guitarist from Gorillaz.
She's a cute little orphan black girl.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. She's somebody. I want to say she's in something else, and I can't think of it.
I don't know what she's in, but she's adorable. And she has my favorite song in the whole play. But she's an orphan and has a necklace that has an N on it when she's dropped down a laundry chute. And so the person sees the N and says, oh, your name is Noodle. Because that makes sense.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
But that's why I love it. Mikey, sometime I'd love to hear why you hate it.
I'm sure we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
That's it.
All right. I'm going to just cut in real quick to say I have gone to Wonka.com to see what it's like today, and the only candy is Magic Hat gummies that turn your tongue blue and stuff about the most recent Wonka movie. You know, it's like that, see how they massacred my boy, is the thing that I am feeling right now looking at this website.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, one other thing that I just remembered, Heather, when you were in Comic Frenzy, I can't remember, were we still playing the dating game as one of our improv games? Or had we already kind of cut that out by that point?
We did it in practice. I don't think we ever did it for a game.
Yeah.
Like a show.
Okay, so that probably actually is like my closest connection to dating shows, which tells you a lot because I completely forgot about it until after I was done with my ideation. The premise of the game was like you would have 3 contestants. One was like a famous person. One of them had a strange physical feature. One of them was from somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it was, but then the person would come out and ask questions, and based off of context clues, they would have to figure out who each person was and then decide who they were going to date.
I've seen that improv too. Like, I think maybe it was you guys who did that. I'm pretty sure I've seen that game though.
Yeah, I know we didn't perform it very often, but we did play it once upon a time. That's my connection to dating shows. All right. Mikey, would you like to tell us why you hate the most recent Wonka movie?
Yeah, sure. So Timothée Chalamet is a degenerate.
Can I throw a guess? Can I throw a guess?
Yeah, go.
I'm going to say it's because Timothée Chalamet definitely was auto-tuned.
He was definitely auto-tuned.
Thank you.
The guy sucks at singing.
Yes, I was going to say that's why Mikey would hate it.
And he hates opera.
And he hates opera.
Yeah.
He hates opera. Hold on. I gotta be dramatic. He hates opera. Little turd nugget. No, I hate him now. I loved him my whole life, I think. Except I have to hate him now because I'm an opera singer. So I have to hate him. So I did love the movie at the time that I watched it, but now I hate it. So
Okay, so it's just you hate Timothée Chalamet. Got it.
I hate to be it poisoned the well.
But didn't you think his acting was really clever in certain areas as well?
Oh, he was very
Yes.
good at it. But yes, his singing was auto-tuned.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm being a real turd. A genuine response is I just found the movie very it felt really artificial, where like the Gene Simmons one felt somehow very real.
Gene Simmons, you say?
Gene Simmons. Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. What's his name?
I was gonna let it go, Ned. I am so glad you said that.
Oh, man. I would love to see Gene Simmons as Wonka, just for the record.
What's his name?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Oh my gosh.
Gene Simmons. Could you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
The tunnel thing would be freakier.
Give us a kiss.
He'd probably be like, "There's someone's got a lollipop." He's like, "Look," and his tongue just sticks out and looks like Yoshi style.
Oh, man. I feel like there are probably some people in the audience who are lost. Just to make sure you know, Gene Simmons is the lead singer of Kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, I'm being a bit
Mikey!
sorry. I'm focusing. I'm here. I'm so focused. That one just felt kind of fake. And I was let down by the music. I felt like the Gene Wilder one, the music was so special, which is so okay. Maybe I'll go into Willy Wonka first then. So that one was my whole introduction to Willy Wonka, and that was Willy Wonka. So like the Johnny Depp one was kind of like a weird offshoot, like cool that you did it. That's not Willy Wonka though. And then this one also sort of had that like sort of Damocles hanging over its head of like, all right, are you going to be another weird Johnny Depp thing, or are you going to sort of live up to this magical, beautiful thing that I loved? And it came close. It was very sweet. I agree. It's a very, very sweet movie. But I don't know. It didn't move me the way that the Gene Wilder one did. And the music is so good. The jazziness of the introduction of pure imagination, the whole melodic line, it's just you can go watch some YouTube videos about this music. It's complex, but at the same time incredibly melodious and beautiful. I'm absolutely obsessed with the music. So that's one reason I love it. Other than that, I don't go too hard for Willy Wonka.
You get nauseous.
Yeah.
I get nauseous for yeah.
Yeah, I will say, like, I haven't seen the film, but based on just the clips that I saw in the trailers, Chalamet's performance did feel just very stiff and plasticky to me.
Yeah, it felt two-dimensional.
You can't beat Gene Wilder though. That's just.
I mean, that's probably unfair of me, right? That I'm holding it up against that standard.
Well, I mean, like you said, the sword of Damocles, like, how are you going to beat Gene Wilder, of all people?
Yeah. It had a good plot. I will agree. It had something going for it, and I don't know. I think I was putting too much expectations on it. Was probably a big part of it. Let's see here. So I love the music, love the acting. The premise of Willy Wonka has always been crazy bizarre to me, and every time I watch it, I just go like, what? What?
Dude, that is...
Where's the health and safety?
That is the brain of Roald Dahl, my dude. Like, even though I haven't read the original book, like, Roald Dahl was one of my absolute favorite authors when I was growing up in elementary school. Like, the BFG, Danny the Champion of the World, SEO Trot, phenomenal writer, just like...
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
He wrote... Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Yeah, so it kind of brings it more to context now, this just very fantastical, whimsical kind of world that he's built.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, that changes a lot for me.
Did you know there's a Broadway play about him
About Roald Dahl.
Really?
going on? Yes.
Really?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, shoot, everybody, we're going to stop recording this so we can go to
on.
New York and watch this musical.
It's a very, very serious play. It's an incredible play. I think it's called like The Giant or something like that. I'll have to look. But it's about him. I'm not going to say it on here what the premise is. You'll have to look because it's a very serious storyline.
Oh, my goodness. I just looked it up. John Lithgow is playing
Yes!
Roald Dahl.
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to be... I can't let myself be distracted by this. We have recording to do.
Yes.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
back to Willy Wonka.
Yeah, back to it. I will jump right ahead then to dating shows for me.
All right.
Guys, I am no help. The closest thing to a dating show I ever watched was Johnny Bravo. And if you've watched that show, it's just a series of sexual harassment. Speaking of shows you should not let your kids watch. So that's the best I got for dating shows, unfortunately. But the big thing I have going into this is just what our concept is. So that's it for my ideation. I have no idea where this could go. It's
I now know where I'm going.
heck yeah. Let's hear it.
Well, I'll wait till after I do my ideation.
Oh, okay, yes.
Speaking of you doing your ideation, why do you, which version of the Wonka iterations do you hate the most?
Do I hate the most? Johnny Depp's one, which is funny because that's actually the one that I think that the actual writer's family liked the most. But
oh, really?
Interesting.
Well, okay. So fun fact: they absolutely hated the Gene Wilder one. They thought that they butchered the book. Because also new fun fact: if you watch the beginning and I say fun fact, I don't actually off the top of my head know if this is actually real, but I'm pretty sure I heard this, that the movie was kind of produced by candy makers. That's why the beginning of the movie is just them watching the chocolates be made, because what does it make you want to do once you're watching that chocolate? Man, I could go for some chocolate right now.
I was gonna say one reason I love the Gene Wilder one is because it makes candy look so good.
And that's why I feel I don't know if it was produced by it or if they came up something about it, it kind of was not the whole movie was a glorified commercial for chocolate, but it was it was supposed to make you want to get chocolate. Also, at the beginning of the movie, my biggest question is when he's singing Who Can Take His Sunshine, whatever, that whole song, and he's throwing out candy to all the kids. How come Charlie's outside? Nobody's paying for the candy. None of them are paying for the candy, but they're still hey, you're poor. Get out there. You don't get any candy, poor kid. Nobody else is paying for that candy. But, so yes, I love that movie. And yes, it makes me want to eat candy every time I watch it. I also have seen I've seen the movie, I've seen all the movies, and we also saw the play last year or 2 years ago at Tuacahn, so I got to see, and it's funny watching all the kids, because they all, as years go on, their problems get different. The one kid that's always watching TV turns into the kid that just plays video games and stuff like that. The problems become more modern as the modern retelling. And I don't know if there was really that much different. I just remember there was one, the girl that, is it Veruca Salt?
The spoiled one?
Not the blueberry girl.
Yeah, the one who's I want it now is
Yeah,
Veruca.
I want it now. She was she came in, it was really cool to see it. They had the limo drive up and she was really, her dad was famous or something and paid for everything for her. So it was more modern than, it was basically the same thing. But the dating show, I honestly thought, really all I've got from the dating show too is from either what I've seen spoofs from TV shows, but I have seen The Bachelor, so I understand I've seen some of them. It's funny, the only one I really remember was I don't know, years ago, there was a guy that went on there that was so weird that he got on all the talk shows because he was so weird. And some people theorized that he was doing it to sell shirts later or something like that, to sell merch for how weird he was. So I do understand the concept of it, of the here's the rose, pass it on and stuff. The closest thing I've ever seen actually to watching a full series of a dating show is The Circle, which isn't a dating show. It's more like Big Brother, I guess.
A social deduction game kind of thing.
It's the one where they're all on the social media platform and they're trying to, and then they eliminate somebody off. I'm that's a dating show. No, it's actually not a dating show. Not at all. It's Big Brother. So that's why I was oh, I know what that is. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not at all. That's the closest I've ever gotten to watching a full thing, though. So that is my ideation and scene.
Can I add something, Ned? I'm sorry, I know we're long.
You may.
I have to add it. So my favorite quote from the Johnny Depp one was, "Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello." That's my favorite quote. I just had to put that. But
that's Wonka's first his introductory line, isn't it?
And I still use that. But the one other thing that I had to add is I have directed Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I needed an Oompa Loompa. And so I made my son, my oldest son, who was 6 at the time, be the Oompa Loompa. He was terribly shy. Maybe he was 7. He was young.
I mean, he still is terribly shy.
Yeah, and he would do it though because he had a mask and a costume, and all he had to do was dance. I just had the recording of the other kids singing behind him, so he didn't have to actually sing. But right before opening night, we had those Willy things that you put chairs on, that you get the foldable chairs on and off of. And he jumped on it and tried to use it like a scooter and got his foot caught in it. And I won't go really graphic, but by the grace of God, he did not tear his Achilles tendon, but tore everything around it pretty much. And it was so bad. And it was minutes before the show. He's my only Oompa Loompa because we didn't have enough kids, so he was the only Oompa Loompa.
Did you tell the paramedics you gotta patch him up? He's got his big debut. Patch him up now.
Well, I was talking to the person looking at his foot. We had an on-call first responder who was there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what do I do?" And he's like, "Well, it will need stitches, but I mean." And my son just looks at him and then looks at me and goes, "The show must go on, Mom."
Oh.
This is terrible. But he wrapped it up and he's like, "I'm not going to the hospital. I have to go on." And I was like, okay.
That is the most professional actor I've ever heard of.
Oh, wow.
And he did the whole thing and then went and got 15 stitches.
Oh my goodness.
If the story didn't end out that way, I thought, were you going to be like, all the Oompa Loompas are like, Oompa Loompa, and then cart the kid away like the movie or something?
So did he dance on it?
Yes.
He danced
did.
on it?
He was barefoot on stage because he couldn't put a shoe on over it. And so he just wrapped cloth around it and then he danced all the dances.
Give that kid an award.
I felt really bad, but really proud.
Wow.
Theater, not so healthy.
That is the most professional thing. I mean,
What a stud.
That kid's got a future.
yeah, put that on his resume.
All right. Well, now's the part where we get to figure out what characters we are going to play.
Oh boy.
I think if any of you have an idea for what kind of character you want to be, maybe those can kind of help to inform the direction we want to go, or maybe we can figure out what our little twist is and that can help inform characters. Do you guys have any preference?
The only thing I worry about, and I'm sure we can figure out a way to do this, but whatever concept we do, I don't want it to end up with one of us out in episode 2. You know what I mean? So whatever concept we pick, we got to somehow all still be in it all 4 episodes.
Yeah.
I would like to. We've done small little bits and pieces of PvP in some of our campaigns in the past, not necessarily intentionally. I think it could be fun to go into this from the beginning, know that you guys are competing against each other. Maybe there are moments where you can help each other out, if it's, part of the social game, if I help this person out, they can help me out in this way. But I do like the idea that this is an actual competition between the 3 of you players. And I have ideas for how we can keep people in the game if somebody does get quote unquote eliminated. An idea that I have had to make it so it's not just sort of a retelling of Willy Wonka is, what if you are all candies that are trying to get approved by Willy Wonka?
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
No ketchup.
Yeah, I was about to say I call popsicle ketchup.
Popsicle ketchup? Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. How do we feel about that idea? Is that something we could run with?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
If that's how you want to go, I mean,
I was gonna say candies, or would you want are we just trying to get the candies approved? What if we were just candy makers trying to make something? I don't know.
Yeah, we could go with you guys are trying to present the right candy to Willy Wonka rather than you're trying to take over his factory. So there's that different angle there. That could be fun.
The only issue I'm coming with is now it's, to me, at least my wheels is it's turning into a cooking show, not a dating show.
That's exactly what
Yeah, we did already do Jurassic Bake Off, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Executive decision. How do you guys feel about playing as anthropomorphized candy, just like those candies on the website back in the day?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're anthropomorphic candies into dating. I got it.
And in this world, we want to be eaten.
Yes,
Or at least our babies. We want our babies to be fountain.
You are trying to win Willy Wonka's heart so that he will allow you to be the next candy that is produced by his chocolate factory.
So basically, we want to marry Willy Wonka. Basically, is what we want. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But feel free to like make the character, like this characterization of it, as like human as you want to. Like maybe even kind of in a Candyland sort of a direction, like a Queen Frostine or a Lord Licorice sort of aspect.
Okay. Got it. All right.
All right. So, does anybody know what kind of candy they want to play?
I think I may have one.
All right. What you got for us?
Who knows how to do a really good Scottish accent?
Define good.
Depends on how like far you want it to be leaned into the stereotype of the Scottish accent.
Very stereotypical. Give me one,
I
Ned.
am more Scottish than me. Just to have a competition right now. Who's the most Scottish?
Who's the most Scottish?
Macbeth, beware Macduff. Till Barnum would come till High Dunsinane, don't you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say Ned's got us there.
Nah.
Too bad we don't have
McKenna.
McKenna. My name is Greya. Call back to the Harry Potter episode. Go watch that.
All right. So when you see this person coming down the way, she is a golden person with cheese curls as hair. This golden cheese curls, and she's got I'm almost picturing Inside Out-esque type of figure is what they look like Joy or something like that. But for her hair, it's cheese curls, and then she's got this Scottish print regalia on. She is Lady Cheddarscotch.
Lady Cheddarscotch.
I'm going back to our earlier.
The cheese.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Okay,
Hold on.
we were okay. So another explanation that we're going to need to bring from the warm up that we did. Again, dear listener, if you want to get the full warm up, go to patreon.com/Improv Tabletop, where you can watch our icebreaker warm ups that we do beforehand. So there's a type of cheese called Brunost that I really enjoy, and it's made not in the traditional way, like set a curd and then cut it up and squeeze it out and whatnot. It's made by cooking milk until it reduces, the liquid evaporates off, and the lactose in it caramelizes, so it becomes like a caramel sort of cheese. So that's one of the things we were talking about. Or Mikey, you were talking about a particular Gouda that you've tried recently.
Yeah, this 3-year aged Gouda that is like almost butterscotchy. It's so nutty. It's so like it's past Parmesan somehow, where it's so nutty and creamy still. It's really delicious.
So Lady Cheddarscotch has like twinges of that caramelly over her gold, and like when she turns, the sun hits that golden caramelized spot just right. She's definitely cheddar. She is the lady of the Cheddarscotch candies.
Here she comes, glistening in the sun. There's nothing unsavory about this, brawny bairn. One bite and you'll be saying, ooh, mommy.
Nice.
No.
Okay, so Lady Cheddarscotch. Now we get to start going into the mechanical part of this. We're going to give Lady Cheddarscotch some aspects. Aspects are true statements about your character that you can use during the game to turn the narrative to your advantage. So because I have this certain character trait, it doesn't make sense that I would fail this roll. Therefore, I can either re-roll or add 2 to the result of my roll. Gives you a better chance of succeeding. So the first aspect we're going to go for is our high concept aspect. This is like our elevator pitch for the character. So what do you think might be just a nice pithy way to sort of summarize what Lady Cheddarscotch is all about?
You tell me what you think about this. It could go 2 ways.
All right.
Oh no.
Good aspects can often go multiple directions.
I was thinking, you get nothing. You lose.
Okay. This tells us something about her personality, how sort of invigorated she is in terms of actually winning this competition. You get nothing, you lose. Now, the next aspect we come up with is a trouble. This is sort of a two-edged aspect. This is something that maybe I, as the GM, can use to my advantage as one of the NPCs kind of working against you, or that potentially you're in this PvP situation, one of your competitors might be able to use against you. So what is something that you think gets Lady Cheddarscotch in trouble?
She hasn't gotten to the curd stage.
Oh, so she's still maybe a bit young in her understanding of love and the grandeur of show business.
She's melty. She melts.
Okay, so hasn't reached curd stage, semicolon, melty. All right, and now we get into our audience-suggested aspects. We have gone to our patrons on our Discord and asked them to suggest some aspects for us. So, Heather, I'm going to give you 3 options that you'll get to choose from. Don't ask about the secret ingredient, song and dance number, or I like my lovers the way I like my chocolate, nutty.
Oh, man. I think I like the last one.
I like my lovers the way I like my chocolate, nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you've got some of those nice, nutty sort of cheese notes going on, that fits in all the better. So the next thing we're going to come up with for you is a stunt. This is something cool that you can do just once per session because of who you are, or also it might be a cool piece of equipment that you have, is potentially a helpful way of looking at it. So what is something cool that Lady Cheddarscotch can just do because of who she is?
Her aroma can stop people in their tracks. She smells so good.
I'm going into a coma from that tantalizing aroma. I think that's from, is that the Yogi Bear Christmas special? I want to say is what that's
what
from.
it sounds like.
I mean, it's Yogi Bear. I don't know what it's from, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, boo-boo buddy.
All right. So a tantalizing aroma. I like that. And then the last thing we need to do to finish up the mechanics for Lady Cheddarscotch is we're going to fill in your approaches. And approaches are kind of our skill equivalent in this game, but it's not so much about these are the specific things you can do as it is these are the way that you go about doing things in the game. We've got careful, clever, flashy, forceful, quick, and sneaky. And one of these is going to be at +3. That's going to be our peak approach. And then 2 of them are at +2, 2 of them at +1, and 1 at +0. So what do you think Lady Cheddarscotch is going to be the most adept at?
I think that she is flashy.
That seems on brand. And also very helpful for a reality TV show, might I add.
And then forceful would be next.
Mm-hmm.
And clever.
And then I think for the last ones, which one do you think is the one that she would be the worst at? And then the other 2 by elimination would be your +1s.
Careful is what she's the worst at.
Very flashy, not careful at all. That's Lady Cheddarscotch. Watch her as she goes strolling down the way. Who's coming up next? It is...
Me.
All right, JP, what you got?
So I'm not very good at describing what my characters looked at. She was elegant in that, but I'm gonna say you see a man made of licorice walking down the stairs, and he's dressed in an Outback hat with his, you know, the hats that are like cowboy hats, but they're like one side's flipped up.
Yeah, the Aussie hat.
The Aussie hat and everything. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's a thing called Australian licorice at my store. And so this is an Australian licorice. Yeah.
Is the Willy Wallaby?
Yeah. So, well, actually his name's going to be Rizzy.
Rizzy.
Yes, he's Rizzy. He's Australian and he's licorice. But I'm going to say he looks like, if you need to know the kind of licorice, is going to look like Twizzler's Poland peel.
Oh.
Like that kind of licorice.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm almost getting kind of like a rubber hose animation sort of look where it's just like the very, very bendy arms and legs kind of thing.
Yes.
All right. Rizzy. So how do we think we're going to sort of encapsulate Rizzy? What's a good high concept aspect?
Well, here's the thing. So the high concept also comes into my problem. It's called the Dingo Ate Your Baby. The thing is, I didn't want to be a part of this competition, but my baby is my kid, my son. I was supposed to watch my son, and he got lost in the factory. And so I'm actually just trying to find my son, but I'm part of the competition without anybody knowing that he's there.
So we've got a secret objective for Rizzy. I love it.
Yes.
I love that.
So the Dingo Ate Your Baby. I think let's put that as your trouble.
Okay.
And then as far as like high concept, what's some more about like maybe his force of personality, his way of approaching the world?
I'm going to stay in this as long as I can, but I don't want anybody to know that I'm looking for my kid, because this is the last straw. Like, the missus will leave me if she finds out I lost the kid again. And so, like, everything's fine. He's somewhere in here, and I'm going to find him. So I'm just kind of like neurotic, but then also putting on the face of, I want to be picked, you know?
All right. So secret objective, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works.
Which actually ties in with the Adventure Zone steeplechase. They were pulling a heist during this dating show.
Yes.
So they had their own secret objective there. Very nice. All right, let's look at some audience suggestions for Rizzy. There's no earthly way of knowing, off-brand candy, And chewing is for the weak.
I'm gonna say there's no earthly way of knowing. And then my secret talent, or what's it called, the special power I have?
Your stunt.
My stunt. I want to be able to pull myself apart to make myself like longer with like rope or whatever. I'm able to do that and then put myself back together.
All right, so you are the pull and peel.
Yes, the pull and peel.
Who has not made a person out of the pull and peel?
Right?
Licorice. Is that just me?
No, it's like, yeah, it's like you can make anything with those things. Yeah.
I'm getting a craving for some pull and peel Twizzlers now. All right. Now, as far as approaches, what do we think Rizzy is going to be best at?
Out of all of those, I'm going to say sneaky.
Very nice. He does have his secret objective.
Yes. And his worst thing is careful.
Again, a very uncareful person.
Yep.
Crap.
All right. And then after sneaky, which two do you think he would be the best at?
Probably... Actually, no. I'm going to say quick and careful, and then clever is my last one.
Okay. I think that ties kind of into the neurotic bumbling kind of aspect of him.
Yeah.
All right. And then by elimination, flashy and forceful are going to be your plus ones. All right. That is Rizzy. That brings us finally to Mikey. What would you like your character to be?
I would like to be the little Debbie girl, but she is a 1,000-year-old ancient being in the body of little Debbie.
Okay.
Genius.
Yeah.
All right.
I saw TV. Who had the ideation of TV junk food? That's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
It was in your ideation, Ned, and I don't remember what it was about.
It was about me not letting myself watch shows, and he's like, well, you have to have TV junk food.
I just took it as junk food you eat while watching TV. Wow, okay.
All right, that works for me.
Okay, yeah, great.
Okay, so the secret that we're revealing behind the little Debbie girl is that she's not just a little girl. She's like an eldritch being who's perpetually trapped in the body of a little girl.
Yes, and this is purely a political move. She's trying to join the kingdoms together.
So you also have an ulterior motive.
Yes, yeah.
So what do we think is a nice high concept aspect for little Debbie?
You're all beneath me.
Oh boy.
Where's the love? Michael Shirtliff would ask, where's the love?
Look at that, bringing that nice, like, pretentious actor stuff that we talked about in college into our podcast.
Yeah.
That's what I love to hear.
Yeah.
An actor prepares.
Let's see here.
Improv.
Much like all Little Debbie candies, looks really sweet, but tastes like plastic. Tastes like plastic? Hold on. Looks really sweet.
Sweet on the outside, plastic on the inside.
Love it. There it is.
There we go. All right. What's something that you think gets little Debbie in trouble on occasion?
Because she doesn't know how to human, she really struggles with like uncanny valley effects. So like horrible charisma, horrible persuasion, freaks people out. Never know, like every compliment that comes out her mouth is just like a threat on accident. So just no charisma.
All right. So like cannot human, perhaps?
Cannot human. I love it.
All right. Now we're going to get into our audience suggestions for Little Debbie. My favorite shade of lipstick is Red Flag, 100% cacao, or Life is like a box of chocolates and I'm allergic.
Is Little Debbie allergic to chocolate? Oh my gosh, these are good. My favorite shade of lipstick is Red Flag.
All right. And that brings us to your stunt. What is something cool that Little Debbie can do once per session just because of who she is?
She can turn anything... she doesn't mean it's good, but she can make anything edible.
Everything in this room is eatable. I am eatable.
Cannibalism, and that's usually frowned upon.
In most societies.
Your eyeball is now edible.
So then the last thing we got to get into for Little Debbie is your approaches. Which one do you think Little Debbie is best at?
Clever.
Clever girl. All right.
And then the next two, we're going to go forceful and sneaky.
All right. Trying to be an eldritch god masquerading as a little girl. You can't get by too long without being a little bit sneaky.
And then I think quick and careful will be my +1.
And flashy at 0 because she cannot human.
Cannot human.
Ned, may I change my high concept?
Yes, what would you like to do?
After listening with them and just thinking about my character, I don't think it fits. I want to put nothing else like it. Going back to the cheese thing. I remember Mikey saying something like that. Like, there's just nothing like it.
Ooh.
All right.
Nothing else like it.
Very unique. Okay. So there's one other thing that I want to add for this campaign that's going to be kind of a new thing we haven't done before. There are 3 aspect suggestions that I'm not going to use like as aspects, but I'm going to harken back to a game that we used to play in our improv troupe called Oscar-Winning Moment. And the way that this game would work is the scene would be going on, and at various points, the person directing the scene would say, freeze, Oscar-winning moment, Heather, or Oscar-winning moment, Mikey. And then everything would stop. That person would step forward and give their internal monologue. Like, this is the thing that is going to win them the Oscar. And so they give this monologue, reveal something about what's going on inside of them, their relationships with everybody else, and then get back into the flow of the scene. So what we're going to do with these 3 aspects is, at any point during the episode as we're going through, I can pause and give one of you one of these aspects. I've got 3 aspects, and each of you is going to get to use each of them once during the next 3 episodes. So we're going to kind of rotate through. And those 3 aspects are, pure imagination means I control the narrative for 10 seconds.
Okay.
The next one is shocking mid-season reveal.
Ooh.
And the third one is executive meddling, which now makes even more sense with, JP, what you were saying about the Candy Corporation putting their own spin on the movie with Gene Wilder in it.
Right. Now, I'm going to feel really embarrassed if someone fact checks me and it's like, that's not at all real.
So, yeah, at various points throughout each episode, I will pause and assign one of you one of those 3 aspects, and you will have your moment to either control the narrative for 10 seconds, just straight up control the narrative, we'll see how that goes, or to reveal a shocking mid-season reveal, or to meddle with the story as an executive might.
All right.
Cool.
Those are good.
With that, we have our 3 characters. We have them all put together. We know a little bit about their motives as well. What's going to happen? Well, you're just going to have to find out next time.
I had a blast. I hope you guys did too, like the listeners and everything.
Yeah.
This was fun. This is going to be a good campaign.
Yeah, it feels good getting back into the pure improv of it all. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Improv Tabletop. We'll be back next time with more adventures in the world of the Chocolatchelor.
Oh, yeah.
I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between whether we would do the Chocolatchelor or the Bachelatier, but just in like telling people about it, Chocolatchelor was the one that people were like, oh yeah, I get what that's about. So it's a bit more of a mouthful, but it speaks to the essence of what we are doing. So if you want more, go ahead and subscribe, maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as a child in a candy store where nobody's paying for the candy, they're just all getting it for free, if you'll go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice.
Unless you're poor, you don't get it.
We're also all over social media. Maybe someday I'll get back to doing something with those. For now, it's just kind of an archive of stuff that we've done in the past. There's some fun moments on there. You can check it out if you want to. You can also connect with us by sending us an email at improvtabletop@gmail.com. I monitor that inbox every day and try to respond to every email that I can. So that's a good way to get in touch with us. Now, it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons.
Hey!
And this week, the people we're shouting out are Elena Georgieva, Elizabeth McDowell, and the newest member of the Sticker Club, Noah Dion.
All right!
Oh, man.
So, fun thing about Noah is the person who emailed me once upon a time and said, it would be funny if Mr. Bean showed up in the Tension Builders at some point. And we see what happened because of that. Noah, in response to me pointing that out in the patron Discord, said, I both apologize and have no regrets, which I think is the perfect response.
That is the perfect response.
But in terms of like who these are in the world of the Chocolatchelor, I think these 3 are the meddling executives who are pulling the strings behind this dating show. Because, you know, with all reality shows, it's not just reality. There's always like somebody who's trying to spin a narrative. They want to make the drama happen. And I think these are the 3 people who are trying to make things as dramatic as they possibly can behind the scenes.
They're the suits.
The suits with all the power and all the money.
Mm-hmm.
And we will have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next time. And if you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, and if you want to watch the icebreakers so you can understand what the heck is going on with all of these references.
Why Ned is going to eat a popsicle
With ketchup.
on it.
That's something that apparently is going to happen in my future.
Yeah.
You can consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biannual sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, which I think at the time this episode is releasing, will be back to Serpent Sea Sagas.
Boy.
And at that point, we are going to have Mikey and Jay in the same campaign again. Joining them is going to be our wonderful friend Caleb Anderton. And we still haven't put together Jay or Caleb's characters yet, but we're going to be bringing back fan favorite Halohi Mythchild. Mikey's going to be stepping into that group, and all kinds of shenanigans, I'm sure, are going to happen therefrom.
Can't wait.
It's such a fun world. I'm so excited to jump back in.
It's going to be a good time. Now, let's do a round of plugs, and I'll take that this time around. We have our sister podcast. It's called iCast Fireball, which is a fine podcast name. Maybe not the best podcast name that it could have been, but it's a fine podcast name for sure.
I don't know who would have said that. Definitely not the wife of the DM.
Oh, man, definitely not.
That was early on, too, right? That was like...
Very,
Yes.
yes. Oh, man. We also have our affiliation with fanrolldice.com. If you want to get some cool dice, in fact, just recently they released the Fizzbands Treasury Collection, where there are different dice themed after all of the different types of dragons in D&D lore. All the metallic dragons, the chromatic dragons, the gem dragons, etc., etc. So if you want some fancy, cool dragon dice, you can check out fanrolldice.com and use our coupon code VroomVroomFifi to get 20% off your order, and some of that comes back to us, which is pretty nice. And then the other thing that I'm going to plug right now, I am going to shout out a YouTuber that I enjoy. I follow a lot of culinary YouTubers, and this guy is doing something that is close to my heart. His name is Mitch May. That is May spelled M-A-I. He has a series called Back to Bourdain, in which he goes through Anthony Bourdain's Leal cookbook and cooks every single recipe. And Anthony Bourdain is one of my favorite food personalities of all time, one of my favorite authors of all time. And you know what? While you're at it, go check out Anthony Bourdain's books. Because like his TV shows are great. Love No Reservations, love The Layover, love Parts Unknown, etc., etc. But his books are also very, very good. I really like A Cook's Tour in particular. So go check out Mitch May on YouTube with his Back to Bourdain series, and check out A Cook's Tour by Anthony Bourdain, and get some wonderful food influence in your life. And with that, thanks everybody for joining us here in the world of the Chocolatchelor. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I've been joined by...
Heather, I'm a bit rusty.
Jay, and I'm going to have to relive my Australian days.
Michael's here, and I'm so happy to share this meal with you.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop.
All right, my name's Rizzy. Hello there, Rizzy. Around the back, and be cheeky. Hello there, Rizzy.